Okay, guys, today is episode 75 trying to make $1 million. Bro, episode 75 trying to make $1 million, guys. And also playing video games. Let's go! Let's play Mario! Okay. I have different activities for today. One of the activities I will do today is reading this book. Continue reading this book, 100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozzi. I will read this book. I also prepare video games. And we're going to continue watching the video we were watching yesterday. So probably I will do some push-ups, and that's all I prepare. Or probably I will do different things, sleep. I don't know, guys. This today the day I finally go viral? That's the question. That's the question, guys. Is today the day I finally go viral? What do you think? What do you think, guys? Okay, I keep posting, I keep going live, and I'm really tired, bro. I don't want to go live. I don't want to post anymore. But I know I need to go viral in order to make $1 million. $1 million in 1 year. That's the goal. That's the timeline. So why I decide to try different things today? Because if I want to go viral, if I want to make $1 million in 1 year, I need to go viral. In order to go viral, I need to try different things and try to engage people with my content. That's what I'm trying to do today. Engage people with my content. Zero viewers, zero momentum. I just need to keep going, guys. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, what else? What else, guys? There are only 9 months, 15 days, and 6 hours to make $1 million. Real time counter on my profile. You can check the counter on my profile, guys. You can check the counter on my profile. I will read this book. First of all, I will read this book. So let's continue with this amazing book, because I was understanding the value equation. The value equation. Oh, bro. At this point, I'm really tired. I feel exhausted. I feel horrible because I have no momentum, zero viewers, but I know I just need to keep going. keep going. I will post a new video today, a new short format video. Let's see. I will post that video. Okay, no viewers. Oh, bro, this is frustrating. But I just need to keep going, guys. Keep going. One day I will have a billion viewers. One day a billion viewers. Okay. Let's check this. Oh, bro. What's happening with the video I record today? I record today. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I will read this book and also I will play games for a while. But first, let's start. Perception is reality. Perception is reality. It's not about how much you increase your prospects likelihood of success or decrease time delay to achievement or decrease their effort and sacrifice. That in itself is not valuable. Many times they will have no idea. The Grand Slam offer only becomes valuable once the prospect perceives the increase in likelihood of achievement, perceives the decrease in time delay, and perceives the decrease in effort and sacrifice. An important lesson here. A prime example of this happened in the London Tunnel system. The biggest increase in rider satisfaction, ACA value, was never from faster trains to decrease wait times. Instead, it was from a simple dotted map that showed them when the next train was coming and how long they had to wait. The dotted map, which only cost a few $1 million, decreased the rider's perception of time delay and sacrifice. Being bored waiting more than actually making trains faster, which costs billions of dollars to do. Isn't that cool? This is how we need to think about our products. Pro tip: logical versus psychological solutions. Most people naturally try and solve problems using logical solutions, but the logical solutions have usually been tried. because they are logical. It's what everyone would try and do. As a business owner and entrepreneur, I increasingly approach problems to find psychological solutions rather than logical ones. Because if there were a logical solution, it probably would have already been solved. There be eliminating the problem, all that's left are the psychological problems. Wow, super important. The psychological problems. I will read this again. Most people naturally try and solve problems using logical solutions, but the logical solutions have usually been tried because they are logical. It's what everyone would try and do. Interesting. We don't need to solve logical problems. We need to solve psychological problems. It's in this book, 100 Million Offers by Alex Hormoz. Okay, guys, okay. Let's continue. Examples inspired by Rory Sutherland, CMO of Ogilvy Advertising. Any fool can sell a product by offering it for a discount. It takes great marketing to sell the same product for a premium. Logical solution. Make trains faster to increase satisfaction. Psychological solution. Decrease the pain of waiting by adding a dotted map. Psychological solution.
Over 40 billionaires in the last.
Psychological solution. Pay models to be the host. I don't know how to read this word. Let me check. I will read this again. Psychological solution. Pay Pay models to be the hostesses on the trip. People would wish to took longer to get to their destination. People would wish it to took longer to get to their destination. Logical solution. Make elevator faster. Psychological solution. Add floor to ceiling mirrors so people are distracted staring at themselves and forget how long they were on the elevator. Logical so wow. That's a very interesting point. I never think about that. Wow. Psychological solution. Add floor to ceiling mirrors so people are distracted staring at themselves and forget how long they were on the elevator. Very interesting psychological solution. Logical. Logical solution. Make it cheaper. Psychological solution. Make fewer of them and raise the price, which causes people to want it more. Often, most logical solutions have been tried and failed. At this point in history, we must give the psychological solution a shot to solve problems. It's only one life. Give one life, one shot. As such, as business owners, it is up to us to communicate these value drivers with clarity to increase the prospect's perception of these realities. Of these realities. The extent to which your answer these questions in the mind of your prospect will determine the value you are creating. Only then will we truly be able to realize the actual value of our product to the marketplace, and by extension I don't know how to read this word. Wait. Egregious. What's the meaning of that word? Oh, bro. Oh,
last
wait.
4 years, over 1,000 millionaire interviews.
Wait, guys. I saw something interesting. Oh, no, bro. Okay, no. It doesn't matter. Let's search. Okay, the egregious price we want to charge. Next page. It's difficult to separate the four value drivers from another, as most vehicles combine many of these elements together. But I will do my best to isolate the clearly explained each below. Number 1. Dream outcome. Goal equal increase. People have deep unchanging desires. This is what merge are lost over. Wars are fought over and people will willing die for. Our goal is not to create desire. It's simple to channel that desire through our offer and monetization vehicle. It's simple to channel that desire through our offer and monetization vehicle. The dream outcome is the expression of feelings and experience the prospect has envisioned in their mind. It's the gap between their current reality and their dreams. Our goal is to accurately depict that dream back to them so they feel understood and explain how our vehicle will get them there. The dream outcome is simple. It's the getting there, where the value gets enhanced or detracted. I will take notes about that. What is the dream outcome? And I will read that again. Today is March 16, 2026. The dream outcome. I'm taking notes, guys. Take notes. It's one of the most powerful things you can do. Take notes, and with the notes, apply what you learn. Two important things. The first thing is our goal is not to create desire. It's simple to channel that desire through our offer and monetization vehicle. Simple, simply, simply, simply to channel that desire through our offer and monetization vehicle. It's simply to channel that desire through our offer and monetization vehicle. Point number one, 3 points. Point number two, solve psychological
use. Myron Golden is the most
what just happened? Wait. Okay, it's perfect. Because logical problems are already solved. And point number three, the dream outcome is simple. It's the getting there where the value gets enhanced or retracted. It's the getting there where the value gets enhanced or detracted. Okay, the dream outcome is simple. It's getting there where the value gets enhanced or retracted. People generally, and our clients specifically, want to be perceived as beautiful, to be respected, to be perceived as powerful, to be loved, to increase their status. These are all powerful drivers, but multiple vehicles may accomplish the same thing. Take the desire to be perceived as beautiful. For example, here are a lot of things that touch on this desire: makeup, anti aging creams, serums, supplements, shapewear, plastic surgery, fitness. All these vehicles channel the desire to be perceived as beautiful. And if we further unpack the idea of a desire to be beautiful, we see that it may be a surface level declaration of a deeper desire to achieve higher status in one's social group. The dream outcome value driver is most prominently used when comparing the relative value between two different desires being satisfied. In general, the dream outcome that most directly increase a prospect's status will be the one they value most. As such, as a prospect may value that entire category of vehicles that satisfy one desire more than another category that satisfies a different desire. For many men, making money is more important than being handsome. Why? Because money drives status for men more than being handsome does. Handsome does. Why? Because money drives status for men more than being handsome does. So in general, they will value all offers that make them money more than offers that help them look good. Probably this is different in women. I once heard Russell Brunson tells a story about this concept. He explained how did his wife Colette at first hearing about this status concept rejected. She claimed she wasn't driven by status and would never want to drive a Lamborghini instead she favored her minivan but after talking further, she revealed it was because driving a Lamborghini would decrease her status amongst her mom friends, while driving a minivan would show she was a good mother, increasing status. Very different. Okay, interesting. So it's not about the money, it's about the status. Okay, the status in women is completely different. Talk in terms of of things your prospect believes will increase their status, and you will have your prospects ruling. Pro tip: Pro tip: Frame benefits in terms of status gained from the viewpoint of others. When writing copy, you can make it much more powerful by talking about how other people will perceive the prospect's achievements. Connect the dots for them. For writing copy, you can make it much more powerful by talking about how other people will perceive their prospect's achievement. Connect the dots for them. Example: if you buy this golf club, your drive will increase by 40 yards. Your golf buddies just will drop when they see your ball soar 40 yards past theirs. They'll ask you what's changed. Only you will know. That being said, when comparing two products or service that satisfies the same desire, the value from the dream outcome will cancel out. Since they are the same, it will be the other three variables that drive the difference in perceived value and ultimately price. Three variables. Okay, interesting. What are the three variables? Other For example, if we have two products or services that both help make someone beautiful, it will be likelihood of achievement, time delay, and effort required that will differentiate the perceived value of each other, of each offer. Simply put, if two things make someone beautiful, what makes one worth 50,000 and another $5? Answer: the extent of the other three value variables. Okay, first value variable, dream outcome. Second variable. Number two, perceived likelihood of achievement. So we have the dream outcome. The dream outcome is simple. It's the getting there, where the value gets enhanced or detracted. Perceived likelihood of achievement. Number two. This was the last of our variables add, added when trying to think through this framework a few years ago. I just felt like something was missing with only the other three. Wait, I need some water.
Viewed video in School of Hard Knocks.
Something is happening. Wait. Bro, at this point, I really want $1 million. Day 75 trying to make $1 million and applying this book 100 million offers to my own business, to my running shoe business, and to my personal brand. Number 2, likelihood of achievement, goal increase. This was the last of the variables I added when trying to think through this framework a few years ago. I just felt like something was missing with only the other three. Then I realized people pay for certainty. They value certainty. I call this the perceived likelihood of achievement. In other words, how likely do I believe it is that I will achieve the results I am looking for if I make this purchase? If I make this purchase, for example, how much would you pay to be a plastic surgeon? 10,000 patient versus the first. If you are a normal, sane person, a lot more. I mean, heck, you might even ask them to pay you if you are their first patient ever. I will read this again. If you are a normal, sane person, a lot more. I mean, heck, you might even ask them to pay. No. For example, how much would you pay to be a plastic surgeon's 10,000 patient versus the first? If you are a normal, sane person, a lot more. I mean, heck, you might even ask them to pay you if you are their first patient ever. So you can see even from this example that while the service you are receiving is technically the same, the only thing that changes is your perceived likelihood of getting what you want. Both surgeons take the same amount of time to do the surgery. If anything, the guy who has done it 10,000 times will likely get it done faster and still charge more. The more experienced a surgeon has a track record of achieving a result, which incentivizes their desirability. People People value this perceived likelihood of achievement. Increasing a prospect's conviction that your offer will actually work for them will make your offer that much more valuable, even though the work remains the same on your end. That's an important point. Increasing a prospect's conviction that your offer will actually work for them will make your offer that much more valuable even though the work remains the same on your end. So to increase value with all offers, we must communicate perceived likelihood of achievement through our messaging proof that we choose to include or exclude in our offer and our guarantees. More on this later. Number 3, time delay. This is These are concepts of this equation. The value equation, dream outcome plus perceived likelihood of achievement over time delay plus effort and sacrifice equal value. We need to raise our price but also offer more value with these concepts. Decrease the time delay, decrease the effort and sacrifice, and increase the dream outcome and the perceived likelihood of achievement. And with that, we can raise our price. So, point number 3, time delay, goal decrease. Time delay is the time between a client buying and receiving the promised benefit. The shorter the distance between when they purchase and they receive value, the outcome, the more valuable your service or product is. There are two elements to this driver of value: long-term outcome and short-term experience. Many times there are short-term experience that occurs while en route to the long-term outcomes. They happen along the way and provide value. It's good to understand both. The thing people buy is the long-term value, aka their dream outcome. But The thing that makes them stay long enough to get it is the short-term experience. These are little milestones a prospect sees along the way that shows them they are on the right path. We try and tie as many of these possibles into any service we offer. We want clients to have a big emotional win early, as close as possible to their purchase. This gives them emotionally buy-in and momentum to see it through to their ultimate goal. For example, it takes a while to add an extra 239,000 per year to a gym, but that's what they're buying. So once they have purchased, we need to create emotionally wins fast. One way we do this is to get their ads live and get them close to their first 2000 sale within their first 7 days. By doing this, their decision to work with us is reinforced and they immediately trust us more. This makes them more likely to follow the rest of our system and get their ultimate destination. So, important point. Create emotionally time delay. Time delay equals goal decrease. And what's important in this page? Most people read this very fast and don't understand. Important thing is here. We need to create emotional wins fast. We need to create emotional wins fast. Perfect. One way we do this is to get their ads live and get them close to their first 2000 sale within their first 7 days. By doing this, their decision to work with us is reinforced and they immediately trust us more. This makes them more likely to follow the rest of our system and get to their ultimate destination. Pro tip: fast wins. Always try and incorporate short term, immediate wins for clients. Incorporate short term is more wins for. But how can I apply this to my business? Because I'm selling running shoes. How can I implement this concept to my business? We saw, let me share a screen with you guys. We're gonna watch this video probably. We're going to continue with this video. But the time delay in my case. Time delay of my product. Kilometers, durability. Run faster and the durability. But how I can create small wins? My product. Probably run your first 600 kilometers with my shoe.
We've been able to interview over 40
Okay, try to run and I can sell my shoe like this. Try to run your my shoe. So people will check my shoe, and with this people will check my shoe and can check the durability of my shoe. You can run 600 kilometers with my shoe, and you will notice the cushioning, you will notice the durability that is more durable, and you will notice all of these things. So, small wins. Pro tip, I will read this again, guys, because it's super important. Always try and incorporate short term, immediate wins for a client. Be, Always try and incorporate short term, immediate wins for a client. Be creative. They just need to know they are on the right path and that they made the right decision trusting you and your business. So I need to create short term wins. In my case, I will make a promise. Try to run your first 600 kilometers with my shoe. Um, Something like that. And I don't know, this is a random number. Probably 100 kilometers is more real. What do you think, guys? 100 kilometers with my shoe. Then check my shoe cushioning and durability. I can create an offer like that. So let's continue reading. Let me give you another example. If I sell someone a bikini body, their time delay to realize that outcome may be 12 months or even longer. Along the way, though, as they change their bodies, they may experience higher sex drive, more energy, and increased community of friends. Okay, okay. Also, with my shoe, I can rise your status. We'll learn this important lesson in, in a previous page. Let me check, guys. Remember that we are reading 100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. An amazing book. Dream outcome. The status. I'm looking for the status. Probably I don't need to search for a logical solution. I need to search for a psychological solution to this problem. I will share screen again, and we are going to add it's easier to do this.
Billionaires in the last 4 years, over
Dream outcome. Perfect. Because we need to search for psychological solutions, not logical solutions for my product. One thing we learned from Alex Hormozzi was that we need to search a psychological solution for your product or service. A, a good example that Alex talks about was logical solution. Make trains faster to increase satisfaction. Psychological solution. Decrease the pain of waiting by adding a dotted map. So, in this case, that that applies to trains, but also to a train company, but also apply to my company. I need to find a psychological solution from for my product. For my product, I need to find a psychological solution for my product. Wait, I will turn the lights on. Psychological solution for the product, bro. For the product. I need to think about this. Probably I with my shoes I will increase your status. The example of the bikini. If I sell someone a bikini body, their time delay to realize that outcome may be 12 months, 12 months or even longer. Along the way, though, as they change their bodies, they may experience higher sex drive, more energy, and increased community of friends. Probably being part of a community like iPhone have a huge community, a very big community. So iPhone have a very big community around a product. So that are the small wins. The small wins. Oh, okay. I will copy this. The small wins. Probably in a different color, like blue. Okay, darker blue. Okay, perfect.
over 1,000 millionaire interviews.
Perfect, perfect. Why? Because always try to incorporate short term, immediate wins for a client. Be creative, they just need to know they are on the right path and that they made the right decision trusting you and your business. Let me give you another example. If I sell someone a bikini body, their time delay to realize that outcome may be 12 months or even longer. Along the way, though, as they change their bodies, they may experience higher sex drive, more energy, and increased community of friends. Increase community of friends. That's also another link. Not only be part of a community, because not all people want to be just part of a community. Probably people want to increase a community of friends because they are already part of a community. Probably. I don't know, guys. Let's continue. There aren't initially buying those things, but those things may become short term benefits that keep them in the game long enough to achieve their ultimate outcome. They buy the dream, but they stay for the benefits that discover along the way. Another benefit is the durability of my shoe. Along the way, they discover the durability of my shoe. Increase the shoe durability. That's another important thing I need to do with my shoe. Okay, they aren't initially buying those things, but those things may become short term benefits that keep them in the game long enough to achieve their ultimate outcome. They buy the dream, but they stay for the benefits they discover along the way. The faster and more clearly you can demonstrate those benefits, the more valuable your service will be. For a weight loss customer, we would get them to meet someone else so they immediately had some social benefits from the program. Probably the benefits I'm looking for are social benefits. Not only benefits that you find in the shoe, but benefits that you find along the way. Shoe benefits, social benefits. Okay, perfect. The faster and more clearly you can demonstrate those benefits, the more valuable your service will be. For a weight loss customer, we would get them to meet someone else so they immediately had some social benefits from the program. And we usually gave them a more aggressive diet in the beginning. Why? Because we wanted them to have a big, fast emotional win so we could get them to commit to the long term. This is also backed by science. People who experience a victory early on are more likely to continue with something than those who do not. That being said, having to wait 12 to 24 months to get what you want is a long time. When you can do liposuction and be done in an afternoon. This shows just one of the reasons people pay 25,000 for liposuction within a tummy tuck, while people will barely pay 100 month to join a bootcamp. But that's not the only reason, is it? That leads me to the last driver of value: effort and sacrifice. Pro tip: fast beats free. The only thing that beats free is fast. People will pay for speed. Many companies have entered free space and done excellently well with a speed first strategy. A few notable examples: the MVD versus DMB. I don't understand what is the meaning of MVD versus DMV. Wait in line for okay. Wait in line forever or pay 50. Wait in line forever or pay 50 dollars. You can skip the line and get your license renewed privately. FedEx versus USPS. When it's companies. Okay, interesting. When it's absolutely possibly has to be there overnight. Spotify versus slow free music. Uber versus walking. Fast beats free. Oh, okay, I understand. Okay, okay, fast beats free. Important point. Many will always be willing to pay price for the value of speed. So if you find yourself in a market competing against free, double down on speed. On speed. Okay. Point number 4. Effort and sacrifice. Goal decrease. This is what it costs. People in ancillary costs ACA. Other costs accrued along the way. This can be both tangible and intangible. Using the fitness versus liposuction example, let's look at difference in effort and sacrifice. Fitness, effort, and sacrifice. Liposuction, effort, and sacrifice. Wake up 1 to 2 hours earlier in the morning. Fall asleep. 5 to 10 hours per week of time lost. Wake up then, guaranteed. Stop eating the foods you love. Be sore for 2 to 4 weeks. Constant hunger. Fitness, effort, and sacrifice. Constant hunger, physical soreness, feelings of embarrassment at not knowing how to exercise, risk of injury, actual nausea working out, meal prepping, new groceries, more expensive new clothing can be a benefit for some folks. Fear of gaining it back after all this effort. impermanence, etc. Liposuction, effort, and sacrifice. Fall asleep, wake up, then guaranteed. Be sore for 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, let's continue. Massive difference, right? Sure. In fact, in looking at the marketing of plastic surgeons, these are the exact pain points they hit on when they say things like tired of wasting countless hours in the gym, tired of trying diets that just don't work, tired of wasting countless hours in the gym, tired of diets that just don't work. This is why when you sell fitness, you have to spend an hour arm wrestling a client to give over 1 or 10 to 1 to 100 of the amount of money they pay for surgery. There's just not a lot of perceived value because they perceive likelihood of achievement. The time delay to achievement and the effort and sacrifice are so high. Decreasing the effort and sacrifice, or at least perceived effort and sacrifice, can massively boost the appeal of your offer. In an ideal world, a prospect would want to simply say yes and have their dream outcome happen with no more effort on their behalf. This is why done for you service are almost always more expensive than do it for yourself because the person doesn't have all the effort and sacrifice. There is also a component of perceived likelihood of achievement difference as well. People believe that if an expert does it, then they will be more likely to achieve the outcome than if they try on their own. My hope is that you now have a foundational understanding of the components of value and how the interplay between each of the components creates or detracts from the value someone might be willing to pay. Putting it all together. As I said earlier, these elements of value don't happen in a vacuum. They happen together in combination. So let's look at a few examples that utilize all four components of value at once. In effort to quantify the value, I rate them on binary scale of 0 or 1. 1 being value achieved, 0 being missing. Then I will add all four together to give you a relative value rating of a type of service. Our goal as marketers and business owners is to increase the value of the dream outcome and its perceived likelihood of achievement, while decreasing the time delayed of achievement and effort and sacrifice one has to put in to get there. To start, I will do a side-by-side comparison of two vehicles with identical dream outcomes, meditation and Xanax. Both offer the buyer relaxation, decreased anxiety, and feelings of well-being. I will demonstrate how the other three variables dramatically shift the value of delivering that dream outcome and ultimately the price. Example: dream outcome, relaxation, decreased anxiety, feelings of well-being, meditation versus Xanax. Value: meditation, dream outcome, relaxation, decreased anxiety, feeling of well-being. Dream outcome: Xanax, relaxation, decreased anxiety, feelings of well-being. One of one in both. Perceived livelihood. Low signs, most people get distracted and don't actually think they follow through with daily meditation. Xanax. No, meditation. 0 of 1. Height, Xanax. Height. Since most people are confident that if they take the pill, it will make them feel more relaxed. 1 of 1. Meditation. Time delay. That was perceived likelihood. Now time delay. Long time to yaw long-term results. Some meditate benefits after 10 to 20 minutes, assuming you don't get frustrated. 5.5 of 1. Xanax time delay. 15 minutes for effects to be felt. 1 of 1. Effort and sacrifice. Meditation. Physical discomfort. Numb body limbs soften. Mental discomfort. Feeling like you are failing at it constantly. Time sacrifice. You have to set time aside or every day to do it. 0 of 1. Effort and sacrifice. Xanax. Swallowing, slow. I don't know how to read that, bro. Xanax. Effort and sacrifice. Swallowing the pill. Overall value. Overall value. Meditation low. Xanax high. I will stop here. No, stop. I will finish with this page. And that is why Xanax is a multi-billion dollars product, while I know of almost no multi-billion dollar meditation business value. I'm not here to argue about whether meditation is better than Xanax. Obviously it is, but that doesn't mean it's perceived as more valuable. This is also the reason that supplement industry 123 billion Grant View Research is twice the size of the health club industry, 62 billion IHRSA. They both accomplish the same perceived objective: being healthy, losing weight, looking good, increased energy, etc. But one is perceived as more valuable because it has lower cost. People are more willing to pay $200 for supplement than they are at $20 month membership. Taking a pill or drinking a shake is so much faster and easier than going to the gym every day. Hence, valued. Crazy world we live in. And you can either sit there and make complaint posts about how people ought to be a certain way, or you can take advantage of where people are and capitalize. This book is for those people who want to be victors, not victims of circumstances. Now, that being said, knowing what people value versus what is good for them is key. It means you can find ways to monetize the things that people value in order to give them what they really need. Win-win. You can make your dent in the universe while making a profit. You can make your dent in the universe while making a profit. Okay, I will stop here. Page 69. Interesting book. Let's continue later. For now, guys, what we are going to do right now. Probably we're going to play for a while and then we're going to watch the video. Has been an hour, bro. An hour. Let's play for a while. We are 195 subscribers, bro. Okay, okay. I was thinking about a lot of things at this point. It doesn't matter. Wait. Okay, guys. We are going to play for a while. In three, two, one, let's go! Okay, guys. I want to catch them all. We are going to play for museum. The DLC. No. Oh God. Strange world. Life is strange. I see nothing. No. The whole set in the whole was wrong. No, bro. Okay, okay, let's see, let's see. Wait. I'm going to change myself to the other side. 85, 80 seconds. Oh! Mega Car Shop! What? Mega Car Shop! What? Oh, what? What is this? This isn't the normal. Is Mega Car Shop C? Wait! Okay. Gardevoir, Mega Ball! Okay! Super Charged Evolution! Now Gardevoir! Mega Ball! Okay. Mega Garchomp C! Stop fire! Okay. Raining Kick! Bro! The level of the Garchomp was level 110! Oh, bro! Was Mega Garchomp? Oh, bro! Damn! I really wanted to defeat Z. Now you see my team, but I don't see the moves I use. That's a huge problem. Okay, right now I can see the new Sandy. This way. Area 18. Okay, a Salamence. Full Gardevoir. 22. They need to go fire. Mega Evolution. Oh my god. Whoa, that's not free.
7 golden is the most.
No! Sunrise! No, bro. I have a shiny weapon. Not all of one, the preparation weapon. Where? Which box? Shiny Bulgari. Oh, here it is. Altaria Revolution.
viewed video in School of Hard Knocks history.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Over 100 million views on one platform. We didn't even know videos could get that many.
Exactly. I've never seen it happen before.
One of the fundamentals that I love is that people hate to be sold to, but people love to buy.
I've heard that phrase, that people love to buy, but they hate to be sold. I don't really agree with that. I believe that people love to buy, but they hate to be convinced. Selling is persuasion. And persuasion, hear me now when I say this, persuasion is the opposite of convincing. What do I mean?
Myron, you also said that you not only believe in God, but you trust God.
Trust God. Control is an illusion, and gratitude is something that everybody can afford, but so few people are willing to pay for it. I get it. Yeah, we work hard and we have character and we do tell the truth and blah, blah, blah. But God blessed me to be able to be aware enough to do that. It's all a gift.
Myron, if me and you died tomorrow and you had one last message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Like, I'm not usually speechless.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the School of Hard Knocks podcast. I'm James, and I'm here with Jack and Josh, and we are out in Tampa, Florida for a legendary episode with Mr. Myron Golden. Okay, Myron has become one of the most renowned business consultants throughout the world. He's mastered sales, he's mastered marketing, right? From the trash man to the cash man, as you all know. He's made millions of dollars throughout his career. And a fun statistic for everybody watching right now. First of all, a lot of you are seeing this on YouTube, but this is our first ever live podcast.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even know we had a live audience today, and we do. We got some heads in here today.
We got some folk in here.
Let's go.
Let's go. Make some noise. Make some noise.
So it's only right at the School of Hard Knocks podcast and on the School of Hard Knocks. I got one rule for all my interviews. There's no holding back. We're gonna
we don't mess around.
Yeah.
We don't mess around.
Absolutely not. And another fun statistic is the three of us, we've been able to interview over 40 billionaires in the last 4 years, over 1,000 millionaire interviews. Myron Golden is the most viewed video in School of Hard Knocks history.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. And you can
What is it, over 106 million views on Instagram alone?
Over 100 million views on one platform. So, and like we said the second time I saw you, we didn't even know videos could get that many.
Exactly. I've never seen it happen before. Exactly.
Myron, where I want to get things started today is,
Okay, guys. What else I want to do? Let's go to Wild Zone number 13. Bye-bye. To buy more internet. one thing and just need to wait to the night for Phantom problem. I'm sure that you must need to wait to the night for Phantom. Thank you. Cider! The Pokemon that was missing was Cider. The rest of this board.
Obviously, you became wealthy because you mastered a certain set of skill sets, but one of the most fundamental beliefs and mindsets shifts that you had is that you
Jenny Bacon. Oh. I thought it was me. Okay guys, I think I'm going to stop here. I have 0 viewers. I don't know what to do next. Oh bro. I keep posting. I keep going live. Bro, 2 hours. I have no idea what to do next, guys. How I can go viral. Slate, bro. I'm coming back soon.
you become rich when you realize that
I was thinking probably today is the day I go viral. And I have 0 viewers. Okay, it doesn't matter. I will continue going live. I will continue learning. I will continue posting. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate if you watch this video in the future. I will really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's all for today. I hope to have 210 subscribers for tomorrow. See you tomorrow. And that's all for today. Try new things. And even if you are scared, because remember that we only have one life, one shot, guys. One life, one shot.